Hey, it's Crockett36 for Access Knowledge Board Game Allied Headquarters. I am playing the bad guys, and Schultze is playing the good guys. So let's give him a like, and then we will say thanks, because we like to do that. And let's watch this video. So I have been, I don't work at UPS anymore, so it's strange because in the past, after I worked, I felt like I was, really justified in, coming home and finding some time at some point in time to play some Axis and Allies.
Welcome, Outpost Starter
And
1. Central here playing
it's
Axis now. Let's go.
different these days because I'm not working. My wife is, and I'm working at trying to learn Hebrew for my seminary, and I'm working at applying for a part-time job as well as just doing stuff around the house. So it's a different. And then my wife gets home at like 4:30. Now a lot of times I got home at 7:30, 8 o'clock, and so there was just very little time, and I haven't quite adjusted to okay, well she's home, so I should spend time with her. To she's home, I should spend time with her, and then go off and spend some time by myself. So trying to get the work-life balance, haven't got it done yet, and so I've been putting off. I've only got 3 active games right now, and I got to get to 3. I'm going to try to get to all of them tonight. Here we go.
October 1940. Crockett 36's France goes first. This will be Russia turn 2. For $12, we're going to build 2 tanks. For 10, we're going to build 2 infantry and a mech. And then for 15, we're going to build 5 infantry. Not at war. So what are we doing? Just moving stuff around. So the mech from Stalingrad is going to go to Caucasus.
I think he changes
The
that.
infantry from Ukraine are going to go to Bryansk. Artillery from Western Ukraine goes to Bryansk. And then what we have here, 5 infantry from Western Ukraine are going to go back to Bryansk. And then what we have here, we have 5 infantry in Belarus. But one. I think we're going to send those 3 tanks from Leningrad, 1, 2, down to Bryansk. To Karelia.
I don't think he does that. I think he pulls them all back.
No, we're not doing that. I think we'll send these 5 infantry that are in Belarus. Where are they going to go?
Moves them out of Karelia to Novgorod.
One, two, three, 4 spaces.
Oh, the plane?
No, he's not going to go there.
Don't think so.
He's going to go to Bryansk.
Yep, he's going to go to Bryansk. So I'm assuming these 5 guys are going to Bryansk, I
and
think.
5 infantry that are in Belarus, they're going to go
Drum roll, please.
They're going to go to Bryansk.
Bryansk. Which probably means these two guys go to Bryansk. And I think he actually ends up bringing all these guys back. Let's see.
But I have to go back and look because I think infantry in Leningrad.
And then over here, I know he goes back to
They're going to go
Amur.
to Belarus. Artillery from Leningrad goes to Belarus. AA gun from Leningrad goes to Belarus.
Okay.
And then the troops that are in Karelia
go
to Leningrad. Should be 7 infantry and an AA gun. And then over here, these troops that are in Buryatia are going to go to Amur. 18 infantry and 2 anti-aircraft guns go to Amur. And that is Russia. Turn 2. Placing new units. We're going to place 3 infantry in Leningrad.
I think he kept the subs where they were. No, I think he moved one of the subs. All right, he didn't move it right there, but he's gonna.
2 tanks and a mech in Ukraine. And we'll place 2 infantry in Moscow. But maybe those tanks, the mechs and the 2 tanks in Caucasus are going to go to Ukraine instead. They're not going to stay in Caucasus. They'll go to Ukraine. So Ukraine will end up with 3 mech and 3 tanks. And I'm not going to leave these guys in Caucasus. I had ideas, but I still have these 2 played. But 2 infantry from Caucasus go to Rostov. I was going to try to go after the Middle East, but forget that. And then we have 2 more infantry to place, and they will go in Moscow. Income, we're still on 37. 20, 30.
Must be 3 here.
36, 37. So his final recap for Russia would be 18 infantry, 2 AA guns at Amur. Sub in 125, sub in cruiser 113.
Gonna move that. No, he's not. I don't know.
But maybe we put the sub.
I thought so.
114. So it'll look like that. Rostov has 2 infantry, 3 mech, 3 tanks in Ukraine. 4 infantry in Moscow. 19 infantry, 2 AA guns, 4 tanks, 2 artillery, 1 mech, 1 fighter in Bryansk.
1 mech?
Belarus.
I don't know where the mech came from.
4 infantry, 1 AA gun, 1 artillery. There's 4 infantry in Moscow. Leningrad. 1 AA gun, 6, 7, 10 infantry in Moscow or Leningrad. And that, Russia. Turn 2, Schulte out.
All right. Well, a little sloppy here, I think. Not exactly right. I don't know. I didn't see how we could have that in there. All right. He says there's an artillery there, so take that out. Add it here. All right. I think it was 10 infantry. He said there was a mech here. Yeah, there's a mech there. All right. That, I think, is it. Let me do a save and walk you guys through Japan, Russia, 2. France goes first, 2. All right. Let's see how it goes. All right, let's take a look. All right, so we're a little short there, but probably could hold. Get a little lucky. He's pretty strong in Hawaii. Do have a blocking destroyer. And I have 2 factories. And I have a bunch of stuff there. So 2 transports. There's a 3rd transport. I was watching the murder on the Oriental Express with Hercule Poirot. Well, I think this is right. So what do we got? $41. All right, let's do 6 infantry. 3 mech, 3 infantry. That's for the land, and then uh, I forget what cards we have right now. We have cards on the table, but no idea. One of them is the Russians can actually blitz. They can actually fight a battle, succeed, and then press on and fight another battle, which is why he's got these here. So I don't forget what mine is. I'm gonna see what mine is. Hold on. All right, we're gonna go with an aircraft carrier, I think, and another infantry, maybe. Let me just check something real quick. Nope, can't do that. Hmm. Yeah. I guess I'll do that. All right. Hmm. I guess I'll declare war on the Western Allies. Why not? Um, I guess I'll. I guess I'll. Maybe I'll grab uh, mm, an artillery and infantry, maybe, and go here. Nope, not go there. Maybe I'll go here and here, and let's try to defeat this enemy real quick. I don't know. Yeah. Let's take 6 planes. All right, we got to defeat this navy. Shouldn't take too much. um, let's take 2 subs in. Let's go against the subs over here. Shucks, can't do that. That's too bad. Let's go with 2 subs and 2 cruisers. Uh, Send a bomber in there too, I think. 4, yeah. All right, I guess we'll, excuse me, we'll go to here, invade that, and then we'll send the guy to Yunnan. I think we'll do a broad-based attack. Hope high. Send the artillery and the Suyan will send the mech back to Manchuria. All right. That's probably what we want to do. Oh, we do have, and let's send in infantry, excuse me, and an artillery down to the Philippines and see what we. Oh wait, no, not Philippines. Let's send them down to Hong Kong. That gets a lot of money for Quang Tung. And we'll send two planes, two bombers, and two fighters in there. Ouch. Probably that's it. Probably that's it. All right, let's see what happens. Hmm. All right. Battle for Java. I better roll some fake dice before I go here, lest the AI monster get me. Oh yeah, 42. There's a hit. I'm assuming against the destroyer, but he might take it against the cruiser because I do have destroyers in the game, subs in the game. So I'm going to take it against the cruiser. They're both going to be probably dead, I would think. Yeah, and there you go. I killed them all, and he missed. Oh wow, no way. All right, here we go. And I miss all three. No, he misses all three. Wow, no kidding. And wow, those are some dice right there. Look at that. That's some dice right there. That's some dice. There's some dice for you. That is some dice. Okay. And that's some more dice. All right. That is some dice right there. I hit him. He hits me back. All right. All right. Was that 2 turns of combat? Got 4 hits. I think I'm going to take one of those planes out and make sure I get the island. Yeah. Better get the island. Kind of dumb if I don't, right? Probably dumb either way. Bring an aircraft carrier down here. All right, send that bomber back up there. And we will send the carrier to Okinawa with these two fighters from Kwang Tung. And then these 2 fighters. And I think both battleships. And 2 destroyers. And We'll pull one of those battleships out of there. I'm going to reassign the battleships. I'm going to send one of the battleships up there. And I'm going to leave one of them here to protect this. So the Guam fighter can't just get to it easily. So hmm. Hmm. Um, send a battleship down there too, I think. All right, let's see what happens here. There's 6 for the incoming carrier. And these guys from Anhui can all move south to Hunan. Um, yeah, okay. So we'll go with that. Oh, this has to go here to 16. That blocks the invasion. I think I'll take the divers. No, I don't want them all up there. Maybe I'll take 2, 3. 3 divers up there. All right. I think that's it. I'll land the divers into Guangxi. And I'll say end phase. And we'll take the carrier here. And the 3 infantry here. Actually, we'll do the 3 mech here in Kiangsu and the 3 infantry in Shantung. Why does it say only 2? Oh, right. And I'll put 2 more infantry in Japan. And then I will change the territory ownership and get $4 more. This is not the most. So then right there. And then I'll change the resources to 43. All right. So let's do a recap. 1 infantry in Yunnan, just took over French Indochina, took over Java with 1 artillery, 2 fighters left, a battleship, 2 cruisers, 2 subs, aircraft carrier, and a destroyer, 2 infantry and artillery, anti-aircraft in Caroline, 1 infantry in Palau, battleship, and transported 20 with an artillery in Kwangtung, and an infantry tank and 4 divers and a bomber in Kwangsi, 1 infantry in Yunnan, 1 in Kwichao, Hope, Suiyuan as an artillery, 2 infantry in Shantung, 3 mech in Kiangsu. Hunan has 6 infantry, 3 artillery. 19 has 3 carriers, 2 destroyers, 5 fighters, 1 diver. Manchuria has 12 infantry, 1 artillery, 3 divers, and 1 anti-aircraft. And Japan has 1 artillery, 6 infantry, 3 anti-aircraft, and a blocking destroyer in 16. And that is correct 36 for France goes first, Japan 2.